You're about to see the best gambler ever.
If you won all the money, what would you do with it?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
Oh, okay, that's not good.
Tricked ya. But seriously, the best gambler ever goes by the name of Bill Benter, and he's a little more dry than the last guy.
Perhaps 10 years ago, through publications by some of the faculty here.
Bill Benter may look like a math teacher who curves the test to a C, but this guy is a legend in the world of gambling. Benter went from McDonald's nighttime cleaning shifts to making over $1 billion, yes, you heard that right, $1 billion betting on horse races, and I'm going to break down exactly how he did it. Now, first things first, this guy's got to be the coolest billionaire ever. I mean, hey, Bill, how'd you make $1 billion? Sports betting? Jeff Bezos sold books. Some people may not even believe it because we're so used to being told you can't make money gambling, you can't beat the casinos. And in general, that's true. For nearly all casino games, including slots and roulette, it is impossible to win long term. But for sports betting, that's false. You can absolutely make money long term betting on sports. There are tons of people who do, full-time sports bettors. It is one of the rare forms of gambling where you can actually get an edge and win long term. That's the reason I love sports betting so much. Now, I am not saying it's easy to make money sports betting, and there are a lot of scams in this industry.
I made $4 million in 2 weeks. I'm definitely the biggest sports bettor in Vegas.
So that guy right there is a scam. He shows you nice cars, nice houses, all to try to convince you to buy his plays for a casual $5,000 a week. So you can make money sports betting. It just requires hard work and mathematics. And you'll notice that's what Bill Benter talks about.
Test and refine theoretical models on real-world data.
So Bill Benter is night and day from the majority of the scamsters in the sports betting industry.
Barely made out of high school, never went to college.
So back to Bill Benter, how did he do it, right? That is the billion-dollar question. And Bill Benter actually started out card counting. So card counting is essentially just keeping track of what cards have been dealt at a blackjack table to get an edge over the casino. However, the issue with card counting is in blackjack, it's you versus the house. If you win, the house loses. So as casinos caught on to the fact that Bill Benter was card counting and beating them consistently, they started to ban him. They didn't want his action. So within like a year, every major casino in Vegas had banned Bill Benter from playing at their casino.
You're not desired here.
But what do you mean I'm not desired? Tell me, what does that mean?
You're not wanted. It's very simple.
So that last video shows you exactly what it's like to be a sharp sports bettor or a card counter at a casino. At some point, they just say, hey, we're a business and we don't want you as a customer, go away. And Bill Benter realized that, so he started thinking, where can I actually gamble long term? So all that led Bill Benter to horse racing. And what's great about horse racing as a sharp bettor is they take their cut no matter what. So if $10 million total, let's say, is bet on a horse race, all the horse track does is take out a cut. They take out a 3% fee, and then they divvy up the winnings between bettors, so you don't have a fear of getting limited or banned. The horse track doesn't care if you're the smartest bettor in the world or the stupidest bettor in the world. They just want more money bet. So he realized he was competing not against the horse track, but against other bettors in Hong Kong that were in general very unsophisticated. There weren't a lot of people looking at data or computer models or anything like that. So there were a lot of mispricings. And this is called an inefficient market, when there's a lot of mispricings. Now, if you look at the stock market, it's the opposite. Right? The stock market is very efficient. There's a lot of smart people with a lot of data looking at the price of stocks, so it's really hard to get an edge. But in horse racing, this wasn't the case. So he started looking at ways to use data to beat horse races. And what was a big benefit for him is there are thousands of horses in Hong Kong. So there are hundreds of races a year. So when Bill Benter went back to gather all this historical data, there was tons of historical data to look at on each horse because they compete in so many different races in Hong Kong. So using all this historical data, Bill Benter developed what he called a fair odds model for horse races. So essentially his model would predict the probability of each horse winning the race. So let's say he thought a horse was 10% to win the race. Well, the fair payout would be 10x. But let's say he looked on the racetrack and they had a 15x payout for that horse. Well, now winning 10% of the time, you're getting a 15x payout. That's a profitable bet. And Bill Benter would wager on that horse that's 10% to win at a 15x payout. He has a horse with an edge. So Bill Benter winning was not luck. He was placing thousands of bets, even tens of thousands of bets every single month on horses where he believed he was getting odds or a payout that was better than what the fair payout should be based on his model. So this wasn't luck. Over the course of a very large sample size, Bill Benter has placed tens of thousands of bets in his lifetime. He consistently proved to have an edge over the sports books and be able to get a mathematical advantage.